So if you just come to the center of your mats and find yourself in Tadasana, and then we'll begin with quickly rolling our shoulders back and down, maybe 5 times backwards, and then 5 times forwards. Once you've done 5 times in both directions, we're going to inhale as we lift one arm up, reaching up tall. Exhale, reach all the way over to the opposite side. Inhale, back to center, switching over the arms. Exhale as you reach over to the other side. We're just going to do 5 each side, moving with your own breath, in your own time. Always lifting and lengthening, finding that extension as you go over. Last one each side. And then this time, take your arms out wide. And as you exhale, look over your shoulder and wrap the arms around the body. We're just going to swing from side to side, lifting and lengthening as we come through that midline. So really think about lifting up and out of your pelvis. Couple of rotations in each direction, so we'll go for 1 more each side, and then come back to center. Find yourself in extended Tadasana as you inhale, soften the knees, and then as you exhale, hinge at the hips and come all the way down into that Uttanasana forward fold. So think about drawing that chest over your stomach, crown of the head towards the floor. Get into the backs of those hamstrings, those glutes, and you can just take opposite elbow to opposite hand and hang out here for just a few breaths. And then whenever you're ready, just take your hands to the floor, walk the feet back and step back to down facing dog. From here, just take a moment there to pedal out through the calves, the hips, the hamstrings and the ankles. And then when you're ready, we're going to take right foot outside of right hand. Inhale to lift and twist, elbow tap to the floor as you exhale, or just reach to the floor so you feel that stretch in the groin. We're going to do 3 taps on this side, and then replace the hands, step back to down facing dog, and repeat on the other side. So left foot comes outside of left hand, inhale to lift and reach, exhale, elbow tap to the floor. So again, just 3 taps on the left side. Replace the hand, step back to down facing dog, then walk the hands all the way to the back of the mat, find your Uttanasana forward fold, heel toe your feet out to the edges of the mat, find your squat stance. Inhale as you come all the way up, extended Tadasana, palms together at the top, and as you exhale, come down into that garland pose. Just take a few moments to pulse it out at the bottom there, open up the hips, you can bounce from side to side. Do whatever you need to do, maybe draw a figure of 8 with your knees and hips. Get into those ankles. And then we're going to take left hand to the floor. Inhale to lift and twist with the right hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release and switch sides. So right hand to the floor. Inhale to lift and twist to the left side. Exhale, release. Both hands to the floor, hips go high, heel toe your feet underneath your hips. And then walk the hands all the way to the front of the mat. Find your plank position and we'll take a vinyasa. So drop to the knees if you need to. Exhale, low plank or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, press up to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes and press back to down facing dog. We're just going to do 3 body flows. So you're going to inhale, roll forwards, drop the hips, look up, find your cobra. Exhale, push back to down facing dog. Inhale, drop the hips, roll forwards and come up to cobra. Exhale, push back to down facing dog. One last time. Inhale, roll forwards, drop the hips, look up, cobra. Exhale, push back to down facing dog. Slowly walk the feet all the way in towards the hands, coming to the front of the mat, finding your Uttanasana forward fold for one last time. If you want to take a moment in ragdoll, get back into those hips and glutes again. And then whenever you're ready, inhale to come all the way up, extended Tadasana, exhale, release the hands, shake it all out, and you should be feeling pretty warm. So, I'm gonna set the clock for 5, so we've got five movements as usual, the 3 rounds. You get a minute's rest in between each round. Each movement you're going to be doing for 45 seconds, and then I'll demonstrate for the 25 seconds rest in between each movement. So the first round is your, I've forgotten what it's called now, is your strength and stability round. It's going to be this will be the hardest progressions for you guys this week, so don't be shocked. I'll give you your variations, you'll be okay. Just move and breathe and take it at your own pace. So I'm going to start the timer in just a second. I'll show you the first movement though before I do. So we're going to set ourselves up in that dolphin position. We're going to take the hands together, clasp the hands together, thumbs on top, and press down through the elbows, tap the toes and find that dolphin pose. From here, you're just going to rock forwards, tap the nose to the thumbs and push back. Or if you want to, you can rock forwards, tap the nose to the floor and push back. To make it harder, walk the feet in and stack the hips higher. As you do this, or make it easier, walk the feet back out so you're a little bit longer and you've got less body weight going above you. So that's good timing. It's just turned itself off, so I'll return it back on. And then we will start the clock. So, let me press play in 10 seconds. So set yourself up. Find yourself in that dolphin pose position with the hands clasped together, thumbs on top. Walk the feet underneath the hips, and when you're ready, inhale to rock forwards, tap the nose to thumbs or nose to floor. And as you exhale, really focus on pushing that head through the arms. Don't let the head touch the floor when you come back. Keep pressing through the elbows, lifting through the armpits as you do this. You are just coming up to halfway. So keep going, see if you can match the same number of reps that you've just done. Keep that pace just nice and steady, gently working all the way through.
10 seconds.
And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. We're going to stay in that plank position. So we're going to come forwards and do planching holds. You're going to inhale to roll forwards, shoot the shoulders over those fingers and really press through the arms. So you're rounding up through that back. If you need to, drop the knees to the floor and then you're going to press back, rest, and then come forwards again. So you're going to try and hold for 3 to 5 seconds in the planche and then press back. So come into your down facing dog. Inhale to roll forwards, shoot those shoulders further past those fingertips and press the ground away. Rock up onto your toes and then press back. So you're engaging all of your core muscles. You're pressing the ground away, hollowing out that chest almost and pulling those shoulder blades apart. So you're pushing your spine towards the ceiling. Lovely.
Halfway there.
Really good. You're over halfway. So keep going. This is the toughest round yet. So if you're finding this hard, that's good. Keep those hips high, don't let them sag. Really press the ground away. Imagine you're hollowing your chest out from the ground. 3, 2, 1, relax. The next one is a simple chair hold. So we're going to hold for 15 seconds in that chair position. See how low you can go and then come up, rest, shake the legs out and then go back down and hold. If you want to make it harder, you could lift into a single leg hold for one side and then on the next set, do that. So come into your chair position, set yourself up.
Let's go.
And when you're ready, we're gonna hold. I'll tell you when to transfer over. The lower you can go, the harder this is going to be for you. And in 3, 2, 1, lift up and out of that, shake your legs off. You can stay there if you want, and then come back down in 3, 2, 1, go. So last 15-second hold. How low can you go? You got this, guys. You're doing so, so well. Brace that core, tuck that tailbone under, and in 3, 2, 1, you can have an extra 5 seconds rest and shake it all out. We're coming back down to the floor now for the next session. So we're coming back to down facing dog and we're just simply going to roll forwards, come into that plank position, do a press up if you want to, and then press back up and come back to down facing dog. If you want to, use your knees, press up, and then come back down. So set yourself up, down facing dog.
Let's go.
Inhale to roll forwards, exhale, press up, push back up, exhale, push back to down facing dog. If you need to use those knees, remember, drop the knees first, press, and push back. Just keep methodically working through it. If you need to take a moment at halfway, which you're coming up to now, to shake out those arms,
Halfway
reset. It's quite tough, this one. Just take it slow, take it easy. Keep pressing, keep moving. That's it. So you've got 10 seconds on the clock, and then we are on to our last movement of this round.
Rest.
So the next movement, the final movement we've got is just that pistol lift. So we're coming onto the floor and you're simply going to extend one leg, press and lift, press and lift. You can use your hands for this. If you can't find that lift without, keep shooting your nose towards your toes so that your body weight goes over. So set yourself up on the floor, extend one leg and then press through the other leg, hold if you can, and then come back down. So if you can find that catch and hold, and then catch and hold. So you're just methodically working through each leg. Keep using that strong leg on the floor, keep pressing into the floor with that standing leg. That's it, well done. So yeah, use your hands, absolutely use your hands if you need to, just to help you up a little bit. And if you have 10 seconds left on the clock, and then you get a whole minute's worth of rest. So work all the way to the end, keep going. Really good. And relax. So go ahead, grab a drink of water, and then we are in for our conditioning round. So this will be a bit sweaty. So again, we've got 5 different movements. All of them you can scale to whatever you need to for today. Again, like I said before, this is the last session of 6. So these are the harder progressions that you're facing today. So sorry guys, your bodies are in for a shock this morning. But I have faith in you, you've been working towards this, so you're good. So the first movement of the next round is an alternating V-sit. You're gonna come onto your back and you're simply going to lift one opposite leg to opposite hand and come back down. So you're finding that alternating V-sit position. So shoulders come off the floor and then everything goes back down to the floor in between. You're just simply alternating all the way through. If that is too much for you, feel free to just do regular crunches. That's absolutely fine. If you want to step it up again from those regular crunches, you could do alternating crunches. And then of course, the last variation is that alternating V-sit. Well done, you're doing so well. So really focus, make sure both legs extend all the way down. You find that full supine position. Make sure you alternate each leg, that's it. Engage the core, reach for those toes. If you can't quite reach your toes, you can always bend the knee as you come up and tap the ankles. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. The next one is a bridge to bear rotation. So you're gonna come into that bear pose, keeping the knees off the floor, and then you're gonna step all the way over, come into bridge, squeeze your glutes, push the hips high, come back to bear, and then come back to bridge on the other side. So try and keep those knees low but off the floor all the way through.
Let's go.
Rotating from side to side. The faster you do this, the more sweat you'll build. Really squeeze those glutes. Think about pushing those hips high to the sky. Really, really good. So good, girls. You're doing so well. You're coming up to halfway. And you're on your third movement of 5. Really, really good.
10 seconds.
Nice work. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we're going to come back to that hover position and we're going to twist one knee to the floor and come back. So you're just twisting and tapping the hip to the floor. So you're just twisting through. You've got 5 seconds left, so set yourself up in that kneeling position. Lift the knees off the floor so you're in that hover, and then twist and tap. If you need to, you can come back, reset in the middle, lift the knees again, and then twist and tap. So you should feel this getting into the side core, into your arms, and also your legs from keeping those knees off the floor. Really, really good. Nice work. You have just 2 movements left, sorry, after this, and 15 seconds left on the clock. So just keep moving, keep breathing, you've got this.
10 seconds.
And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. The next one is a single leg down facing dog to up dog. So you can do this just regular. If you want to come from down facing dog, drop the hips and come through to that up dog, keeping the legs off the floor. Feel free to do cobra, or you can add a bit more difficulty to it by coming through with that single leg dog into cobra, flipping back, and then alternating. So set yourself up in that down facing dog, send one leg high, come through into that cobra, and then alternate through. So not having both legs on the floor will make this so much harder on the body to maintain as you flow through. Really good. Really good. You're doing so, so well. If you want to make it harder again, you can always try and add that dive bomb as you do the single leg into that chaturanga. Last one each side. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. We're going back to those pistol rolls again. This time we're going to come into that rolling position, extend a leg, see if you can catch, or if you want to, come all the way up to standing, come back down, roll, and come up to standing again. So this one with the roll is adding a lot more cardio to it. So set yourself up in that supine position, roll back, extend a leg, push, and stand. Roll back, extend a leg, push, and stand. Really good. See if you can catch that leg if you can't quite stand up and hold before you go back. Just the rolling back and forth will be quite exhausting. This is your last movement of this round, so really give it your all. You've got a whole minute's rest after this. Really, really good. Keep sending the body weight forwards, so lean further forwards as you roll.
10 seconds.
Don't be afraid to let the body weight travel over those toes. Really, really good. And in 3, 2, 1, rest. Grab yourself some water. Take a break. You've got just 1 round left of core movements, and then you will be complete for today. So just 5 more minutes, a nice cool down to stretch off. And then you can go and have some breakfast. Really good, girls, you're doing so well. So the first movement of the next round is a V-sit progression. So we did the alternating V-sits. So option 1, your simple tuck crunches. Option 2, you've got that alternating hand to toe V-sit. Or option 3, engage the core, reach up, and come to that full V-sit. You can take it slow if you want to take it slow and try the full movement. Reset, catch your breath on the floor, and then inhale to lift, tap those toes. So set yourself up in that supine position, pick your progression. Really good. Hips and shoulders off the floor, shoulders and thighs off the floor, that's it, really good. So, so good. If you're finding it too easy, for those of you at home that are redoing this later, you can try and find that hollow hold hover rather than come all the way down. So finding that hollow hold in between and then bracing yourself in the middle so you're always engaged throughout the 45 seconds. You have just under 10 seconds left on the clock, and then we are down to our next movement.
Rest.
The next movement is a simple side plank. So option to do this on your forearms or on your hand. Option to have the knee to the floor or stack the legs. You're coming up tall with the other arm. And then if you want to, you can add a raised leg too. We're gonna swap that halfway. I'll let you know when that is, and change sides. So think about pushing the hips away from the floor, setting yourself up, and you're gonna hang out, leg in front, leg behind, stacked or raised. If you want to come into that star plank, you could even try tucking that knee up towards your hand, maybe even grabbing your toe, whatever you want to do. Just hold, and in 3, 2, 1, switch sides. So roll over onto the other side. Try and pick the same progression you've just done. Set yourself up. Press the ground away. So really focus on pushing the ground away with that arm and lifting those hips away from the floor. You have just coming up to 5 seconds left. And relax. The next one is down facing dog, tiger curl to chaturanga. So coming from your down facing dog, you're going to bring one knee through, find that tiger curl, swing it back, and then come through to that chaturanga and push back to down facing dog. So inhaling to lift one leg up, crunch into that tiger curl, send it back. You can take the foot to the floor or come through that chaturanga. So pick your progression. If it's too hard, you can just stick with those tiger curls if you want to, or if you want to make it easier, do a tiger curl, step back to down facing dog, and then take a vinyasa and push back up. So pick whichever progression works for you. Just methodically work through. You're halfway there, so if you need to relax, shake your arms out. Really good chaturangas. They're looking lovely. Really, really good.
10 seconds.
You have less than 10 seconds on the clock, and then we are coming down onto our stomachs.
Rest.
So we're coming into a prone position now for our bow progressions. Option 1, you've got lotus and you're just lifting legs and arms off the floor, legs and chest off the floor. Option 2, taking one hand back to one ankle and then inhaling to lift and kick. And then option 3, both hands go back, inhale to lift and kick. You're gonna try and hold out here for 10 seconds and then exhale to lower. So pick your progression, take your hands back if you're going for that full bow, and then inhale to lift and kick. The harder you kick, the higher your chest will come off the floor, the more it will help open up your shoulders, and then exhale to release. Inhale to lift and kick. Try and keep those knees from flaying out, so try and squeeze those inner thighs to pull the knees back in.
Halfway there.
Exhale to release, so count for 3, and then lift again. Really, really good. Lovely.
10 seconds.
If you want to make it harder, you can just try holding bow for the whole lot. It's quite tough. Well done. And relax. The last one is a knee to arm chaturanga. So option 1, you can come back to those fireflies where we're just tapping the knee to the outside arm. Option 2, you can try and make this into a chaturanga. So you're going to bring the knee through, hold it there, come down into that press, step back, and then push up into that cobra, push back to down facing dog, and then switch.
Last round.
So pick your progression. If firefly is enough for you, that is quite a hardcore movement. So don't be disappointed, that is really good. Alternatively, if firefly is too much again, you can always return back to those mountain climbers, just bringing the knees through. Whatever progression you need today, go with that. Really good. Really, really good. You're just 10 seconds left on the clock, and then you are done. So push it all the way to the end. Really, really good.
Well done.
Nice work, guys, and relax. Come back grab a glass of water and come back to extended child's pose and just catch your breath. Take 3 deep breaths in. Focus on calming the breath down, controlling the rhythm. Feel the expansion across the upper back as you inhale. And then just walk the hands all the way over to the left. Find that stretch in the right side body. Take 2 deep breaths. And then walk the hands all the way back to the center and then over to the right. Find that stretch in the left side body and take 2 deep breaths. When you've taken your 2 deep breaths there, come all the way back to center and then come up onto your hands and knees. We're going to step left foot outside of left hand, reach the heart forwards, find that stretch in the groin and the hip flexor. Maybe take a few breaths there or pulses to open it out. Think about reaching that heart forwards to increase or intensify the stretch. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then you're going to reach back. Left hand goes to right foot, grabbing a hold of the foot, bringing the heel in towards the glute. Pulse it a few times and then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. We're going to switch sides. So left foot goes back, right foot comes forwards, setting yourself up in that low lunge position again. Sending the heart forwards, maybe pulse a few times. Focus on opening up that hip flexor and that groin. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then reaching back for that left foot, right hand, bringing that heel in, maybe pulsing a few times, and then holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. We're going to walk the feet all the way in towards the hands now, coming into our ragdoll position. So drawing the chest over the thighs, crown of the head towards the floor. Just hang out there for a couple of deep breaths. Stretch out the hamstrings, the glutes and the lower back. And then when you're ready, just come all the way down to a seated position and then come onto your backs. I'm going to take the hands out wide, palms facing down, glue those shoulders to the floor, walk your toes in towards underneath your bum and keep your heels lifted. From here, we're just going to take a few window wipers from side to side, dropping the knees to release the lower back. Aiming for about 5 to 6 rotations on each side. Last one each side. And then just gently bring the knees in towards the chest, rock from side to side, massage that lower back. And then whenever you're ready, just gently roll all the way up to seated and join me in the center of the mat for one final deep inhale as we lift the hands up above the head, palms together at the top. And as we exhale to the forehead, kind thoughts, to the lips, kind words, to the heart, kind feelings. Namaste.